Hello everybody, what's happening? Just doing a little task today, changing number plates. Nothing dramatic in that, just getting rid of the old dealer number plates. Bit too much information, too big, just kind of making the car look a bit rubbishy. So ordered some new ones, they're here, cleaner look, still got the BS on the new plates, so that should be fine come MOT time, but they do look an awful lot tidier. They do look an awful lot, they do look much better. So anyway, I'm underway. I'm doing it on the MX-5. I'm underway. Back one's done. Very straightforward. Pulled it off. It was just on sticky pads. Came off pretty easily. Used some hot soapy water and a microfiber to get what was left of the sticky pads off the car. Came off pretty easily. Polished it, lined it all up. I'll show you that when I go out there. And it's on, flat surface, straight on, job done. I went to do the front one, not quite so straightforward. The MX-5, the Mazda's got a bit of a concave front, and also the bit where the number plate goes, the depth of it is shallower than a number. It's not as deep as a number plate. So when I stuck it on, it just popped straight back off. Now, comparing the old front number plate and the rear number plate, you can see over time the front one has got a bit of a bend in it. It wasn't all that secure, the front one, but it's kind of probably bent to shape during time. So that's the plan. The new front number plate needs bent into the shape of the front bumper. So I've come up with an idea. I'm practicing here with the rear number plate. You can see on the I've set it up on a hammer here, and it's a straight number plate, so it's seesawing. So my idea now, I'm going to use this heat gun, Silverline heat gun, one that I've used around the house. I've actually used it to shape plastic before, but never a number plate, but it's just plastic, isn't it? So here we go. I'm going to put it on the lowest setting. Ooh, switch it on. And what I'm hoping to see is, as I heat there it goes already. That side sinking already. There it goes. That side's down. So the trial went well. So heat gun again. I'm going to stick on the low setting. That's the new number plate. We can see it's seesawing. I've tried to bend it a little bit while it's cold, but I think we'll just go the heat way again. So here we go. Low setting. See, it goes down straight away as soon as some warmth goes into it. That's that end. That's that end. These aren't requiring a lot of heat, so don't go crazy if you do this approach. Cooled already, and it's shrunk back to the hammer. So that is pretty much the bend of the car. That's pretty much the shape of the front. So if it can do us a favor and stay like that when it cools, then that should fit quite nicely. We're outside, we're at the back of the car, clearly. Want the new sticky stuff to stick onto the plastic. You don't want it to stick onto any wax or anything that may be there, so that'll just give it a better adhesion, give it a better key. So polish behind where the new number plate's going, so that the sticky is just sticking straight onto the plastic of the car. Then you need to line it up. So center of the number plate, relatively straightforward. What's the number plate? I think it was 520. 520, so half of that's 260, so I'll put a line here. Then we need to find the center of the car. I actually did it, used a straight edge and came down from the top up here. There's a little mark up here which gave me pretty much the center. You could do it other ways. I mean, there's a crease there in the paint and a crease there in the paint, so you could, that's 750, so you could find half of 750. There's various ways just to get the center. So once you've got the center of the car, put a mark there. So when you're putting your plate on, as long as those two line up, you know that the number plate is centered on the car. The next thing you want to do is the height. Now, it was previously right up at the top. I didn't like that. I wanted a little bit of red around the number plate, so I've dropped it down a little bit and used a level before I stuck it on to just position it level wise, and then a bit of tape, a bit of masking tape there, a bit of masking tape there, and when I line them up, the top of that and the bottom of the number plate, I know it's level. So we've got 3 points. We line those two up, we line that up, and we line that up, and we stick it on. There we go. Number plate on. Looks a whole lot better with just a clear number plate. So yeah, the rear is relatively straightforward. A flat surface just makes it straightforward. Round to the front. So around the front here, you might be able to see my problem in the shape of this. It's black, so it might not show up great on camera. And you can also see the other problem, the depth we've got here, which you think a number plate would stick to. A number plate actually comes down to about here. It comes about 20 mil further, so there's no point having any adhesive on the bottom sort of inch of the number plate. And as you can see, there's nothing screwed into here, so I didn't want to put holes in the car. I mean, to be honest, it looks a whole lot better without a number plate on the front of it completely. So we'll have to do the same. We'll have to be able to center it somewhere. Fortunately, Mazda have stuck a badge on the front, so it'll be more or less there. But I think what I'll do with this one, I think I'll just measure between that indentation there, subtract off the number plate, and just put an edge on one of the lines so I can put it on. Level wise, there's no choice. This one's going hard up against the top here, so level wise it's going to be straight. But I don't know if the camera's picking this up. It's now snowing, so I'm not going to be sticking this on today. And also the new plate is inside, hopefully bending to shape, and I think I'm going to leave it bending to shape for a few days. So we'll return to this job. Hello, quick update on the front number plates scenario. I've moved it over here because it was on my workbench, so it was in the way. I've taped it down good and proper both ends, and it's solid. I've still got the hammer underneath it because that's giving it a good profile. I'm not going to be sticking it back on the car probably till next weekend now, so I've got another I've got a good six or 7 days. Yeah, and I'm just coming in, and it gets quite cold in the workshop at night because the heating goes off, so I'm just coming in pretty much of an evening. So I'll probably come in after work. I'm just giving it a heat up and letting it cool down. I'm just going to do that for the rest of the week. It seems to be getting a nice arc to it now anyway, and then hopefully next week we'll have all the number plates on. I'm still just using it on the low temperature. I'm finding that that's getting enough heat into it. You can even feel, once the surface is warm, you can even feel that the underneath is warm as well. I don't want to, the high temperature might start to, I don't want to melt anything, and I don't want to damage anything. I mean, they're not massively expensive, but it's a rigmarole of going and ordering and then getting another set of plates, isn't it? So it's just maybe about 2 minutes on the low heat. That seems to be plenty. Then just leave it, walk away and leave it. Catch you later.